Hi, and thank you for tuning in today. And today I'm talking to Guéna Cyprien as part of the Humans of Tech series that I'm doing. So, Guéna, she is a dedicated business owner from France. And here I am in Australia. So, it's nice to have that global connection. And Guéna is a global product owner who excels at leading complex digital projects for multinational companies. Her story is all about resilience and optimism. She's a single mother and she consistently overcomes challenges with unwavering determination. And as you're about to find out, her energy is absolutely contagious. She lights up every room and she inspires all of those around her. And what her clients say about her is that one of Genna's standout qualities is her talent for bringing together people from diverse backgrounds. She creates an inclusive environment that encourages collaboration and drives success. So, what a pleasure, Genna, to have you here with me today.
So thanks, Nirmata. Hello, everyone. And very thank you to having me in your interview. It's really a pleasure to be here.
Amazing. So, you know me, I'm all about storytelling. So, my first question to you, what I'd love to know is what's a story that shaped who you are?
So, I spent 1 year at San Francisco and put my business in parentheses in order to improve my English practicing, meet people around the world, also experience to live in a foreign country. And in San Francisco, it's the ideal place when you're working in a tech industry because you can attend meetup at Google or Apple and also be part of the Silicon ecosystem, Silicon Valley ecosystem. And I was in a school at the same time, and it came naturally. I become a facilitator for integration of new students, organizing trips, events for my classmates, but also parties. But we will not go through in this part during the interview. Maybe for next time. And one word, if you want to be part of a group, speak only English, even if you are someone who speaks your native language. And every Monday, new students will arrive, and every Friday, we have graduation. Since I was in a longer program, I attended many graduations to support my friends, support my classmates also. But one day, during the ceremony, the school director and teachers began talking about someone who had become the glue that brought everyone together. They said her energy and enthusiasm were contagious, and they wanted to congratulate her with some gift. I just thought, that's nice to do that on graduation day. But then I heard, Guéna, come on up. I said, no. I thought, no way. They are not asking me to speak in front of 100 students. And that's how I ended up giving my first speak in English. It was so stressful, but I just said, okay, go ahead. You can just, I can just do it. And what did this amazing experience bring to me? I gained something even more valuable, the confidence that I could step into any situation anywhere in the world and succeed.
Wow, that's so cool. And I'd love to know as well, how did that come about? It's not a light decision to just pack up all your stuff, go from France to San Francisco, put your business on hold, as you say. Like, what made you decide to do that?
So it's true. It was not easy to do, but just going back 10 years, I was in my routine, working 50 hours a week. And one day on the train during my usual sleepy time, my head was in front of the window. And, I was reflecting about a question I asked my creative director just after the meeting with London and New York office. Too many people were talking at once, making it hard to follow what was being said, even if I can understand what the creative director said. And I felt uncomfortable with this situation and thought, how can you excel if you are not able to work effectively? And just after, I asked myself, if I want to change this situation, if I want to change that, what can I do? And just then, the train stopped on the tracks. And it felt like a sign to change something in my life, to break out of this routine, to leave everything beyond my family, my friends, all my stuff. A new chapter needed to be opened if I wanted to reach the next level. I'm sharing this because sometimes we need to break out of our routine, step out of our comfort zone, and push past the fear of unfamiliar places, something you don't know. Just go for it. Embrace this new chapter. It can be only a positive experience.
Wow, that's so powerful. I love it. Like the train stop and that was a sign, you know. I love the drama of it. And I love how courageous you were. So that's just well done. And how did that experience or that action that you took, how did that transform your professional life? I'd love to know.
Yes, but today I'm managing multinational digital implementation projects, working for 50 countries with different type of person. It is what this experience bring to me when I was in San Francisco. Now, I'm more adaptable and flexible for people I working with. Because I went in San Francisco and I went out my comfort zone and go exposed to English. And when I came back, I being more confident because I go after what I really want to go after. Be someone we can say, I deserve that pay. And become somebody with confidence to go for multicultural role. I get what I want.
Wow, that's so powerful. I had goosebumps just hearing that. I love the evolution, the transformation. In the beginning, you shared about being so overwhelmed by the conversations between New York and London and and now you're working with 50 countries. Leading.
Yes, I'm doing an interview in English.
Yeah, you are. So I really love that. And, so you did that. So you went to San Francisco. You said that was 10 years ago. And here you are now. And, obviously we introduced you as a single mom. So we know that you're a mom. I'd love to ask you a bit more about that as well, being a mom myself. Tell me about one of the most challenging moments you face as a mom and business owner.
My biggest challenge was finding the right balance between being a single mother and a business owner at the same time. In 2020, this part of my life was full of ups and downs. I was breastfeeding my daughter at the hospital when a neonatology nurse came over to check the baby's weight and take my blood pressure. I think all mothers know what I'm talking about when you read the maternity book and almost skip the chapter on complication during the pregnancy and delivery, and just thinking, oh, what won't happen to me? But it can, and sometimes worse. Almost every day, I was crying. My heart was screaming because of my decision to have a child on my own. I was worried about her health. And then I cannot speak to her because my face is paralyzed. Today is better, but at this time, I cannot drink or eat correctly. Some word I cannot pronounce the word correctly. And if you remember, we were in the COVID period with mask, and it was already difficult to communicate. But it was the most important, I can see in her eyes how much she wants to live, how strong my baby miracle is. And this experience changed my life forever. Just changed my life. And I asked myself what example I can give to her. But after my maternity leave and a lot of rejection, that's why today I can speak better. I'm doing interviews, but with no success. Because it's really difficult to stay focused when you have a baby, when you are facing the kind of obstacle, and your baby just wakes up every hour. But I don't know if I was lucky, but one of my biggest clients asked me to come back. After over 3 years, I'm still working for them. The lesson I love regarding this story is even if you are in a low self-esteem, less confident during your postpartum period, your legacy, the hard work during all years can remind you that you are capable of doing more.
Yeah, such a powerful story. And I think most mothers can relate to that moment of holding your child. And especially if you've had a traumatic pregnancy or birth, I certainly did. So I was right there with you as you told that story.
Yes.
So thank you for sharing that.
Yes. I think it's great to share the kind of story because sometimes that people can see and be more confident and say, okay, today it's very hard to face this difficulty, but tomorrow it's another day. So yes.
True. Yeah. And what did that experience teach you? Like, how did that evolve you as a person?
Maybe it's cliche, but life is too short. I don't want to look behind me and live in a regret and say like, if I could, we almost died. But today, I just want to focus on positive. I'm alive, she's alive, and we are in a good health. And I knew it could be difficult, especially since I was diagnosed with stage 4 endometriosis in 2012. And the doctor said I had less than a 5% chance to get my 4 months of pregnancy. So it's just like a miracle, what I said.
Wow.
And when you face a kind of experience, it's all about resilience. Because today, I want to focus on what can bring happiness, growth, or fulfillment for me. It is the most important. And it is in this configuration you are able to take risk and pursue your dreams. And just prioritize what is truly matter.
Yeah. Yeah, yours is truly a story of resilience, against all odds, against the doctor telling you it wasn't possible. You're like 5% chance. And you did that, and you did that yourself. Wow.
Yes, I know it was a really like emotional experience and hard experience, that's why I think it's important to share today the kind of things because it can inspire other mothers or other mom entrepreneurs also.
Yeah, 100%. And how old is your daughter today?
4 months. 4 years.
4 years. Yeah,
Not 4 months. No, because, I was just like talking about she wakes up every hour. So it just like put me in 2020, like 4 months.
Yeah, I get it. Amazing. And, being a mom and running your own business or even working, like that is the balance is not easy to find. So did becoming a mom require a shift in your mindset in terms of how you approach business?
I had to rethink my entire organization and priorities because when you have a baby, it's like a tsunami in your life. And it's really hard to focus and maintaining emotional and mental well-being. And I just go back to work and work. And one day, my daughter's, at this time, I think she was like only 2 years old. And she said, work is taking my mom away from me. I was like shocked because she was, just start speaking. And she said that. Mm-hmm. So I said, now I'm not relevant in my mom's life. So I need again to change something because the balance is not equal, is not anymore equal. But you can ask for support from your friends, your family, but also coaching, mentoring. And you may find a way to engage and reach out a new chapter because you are trying to find what is the issue, what you can fix, what is not good, and you are not feel comfortable with that. Because work-life balance can be an option anymore for me. And my goal is to succeed professionally, but also in my mom's life.
Yeah, that's something I think most moms that I speak to who are working moms, the biggest challenge is that balance and the guilt. Oh, the guilt. And especially when
Yes,
she said
okay.
that to you, oh, I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
But good for
It's
you.
not easy every day. Huh?
Good for you for like what I can hear is you really drew a line and said, you know what, I'm gonna cause this balance for myself. And good for you that you did that. So for all the moms who are watching this, I'd love to ask you, what advice would you give to mom entrepreneurs?
So definitely be true to yourself. Believe in your capacity. I know it's not easy, but my mother said, because I will take this sentence from her, she said, Sakilapu glopakashaye. I know, you know that because it's a Creole sentence, but which means everything happens for a reason. And we get experience of life. You know, indeed, right after my postpartum period, I was not able to focus on my business, but just remember, and the most important is the image you leave behind you, your integrity. It's how you build a reputation and get recommendation. It's like closing the cycle. In particular, at the end of the collaboration, show respect for the journey you shared with your client. Is what I said previously. This client I used to work with during 2 years and a half. I'd been in maternity leave and they called me back. They called me to come back. Today, I'm still working with them after over 3 years. 6 years of mutual trust. How incredible is that? And if I can conclude with one piece of advice, call into question yourself on what you can improve if you want to get the next level and maintain a work-life balance.
Yeah, that's really great, Guéna. Like, it's really cool to hear that because I think, you know, a lot of times we try and like, especially moms, like we're trying to push ourselves and overwork and like, we just drain ourselves so much. But I'm really hearing from you, you know, working with integrity. It doesn't need to be hard work. There's a different way to work where you can still show up, be fully present for your clients or your business, and build a reputation for yourself, and you don't have to kill yourself doing it. So I'm really glad you shared that.
Not anymore, because I used to work 50 hours a week, but now I cannot do because I have my mom's life also.
Exactly. Yeah. So tell us, you know, we know about you as a mom. Tell us about who are you when you're not leading multinational companies?
So when I'm not leading a global multinational project, digital project, I'm a single mom, you know, just mastering the art of bedtime stories like their epic adventure, acting like a lion, tiger, or maybe a dragon, whatever, you know, just like playing with my daughter. And, you know, just turning the bring your child to work day into a memorable experience by driving the metro to La Défense. And because it's which is the perfect match between both spheres of my life. I remember I was in this metro and just like playing, and we have people, you know, in a business suit, etc. And was like watching us like they are crazy, but I was like no with my daughter, and it was really like crazy. And
you were pretending to drive the metro. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I pretended to drive the metro because we have some stickers like automatic metro. And we have stickers, and you can just like play and acting like you are a driver of a metro.
Okay.
And also during my lunchtime, you will find me in a quick spin class just to turn the stress into smile and get ready to tackle new challenges.
Nice. I love that. I really love that. I could like see your whole life, you know, what by you sharing that. That's amazing. And yep, bedtime stories. I do know all about that. So let's come back a little bit to your work. You know, what sets you apart from others in your field?
I like adventure. Mm. And I love to navigate in the corporate jungle, but no with the machete, but with strategy and boundless energy. Because I've done implementation work, understand exactly what it takes to do the work and to motivate the people who are doing the work. Because I know the mindset of IT as well as the strategic work. So I can just like bridge between two worlds. And what set me apart is my end of experience across multiple domains. I've worked as art director, web designer, webmaster, and also in IT professional. You know, I remember like a job interview I had, and the girl in front of me just said like, we cannot put you in a box. You are, you know, with your profile, you used to be like an art director and web designer, etc. But we don't know. And she said like, you have like a atypical profile. And me, I was, you know, like a bit sad and say, yes, how can I do? And that's why I decided to create my own business and my company, and it's named Atypic World. So I said, and it was in 2011. So almost a long time. I have this background. I'm happy to be the kind of person because I can just jump between a different world, and it giving me a unique perspective from the grown up. This background allows me to not only bridge the gap between strategy and implementation, but also understand the creative and technical details.
Mm. Yeah, I love that, you know, somebody said to you, I can't put you in a box, but like, I think that's the biggest compliment. And it's amazing that because you carved your own path, and good for you for owning that and calling your business Atypic. That's amazing. And it's so rare. It really is so rare, you know, because I deal in strategy as well. And to find someone who can think strategically as well as understand how to implement, you know, I can see that you really know how to do the job from A to Z. So what an asset. What a brilliant thing.
Yes, exactly.
So talking about your work, like what is next for you now in your journey with that?
So every time I finish a long-term contract, I'm free to open a new chapter and see what it will bring to me. Because it's the most important, for me, is to question myself and how I can bring my career to the next level. It can be risky, but for me, it's better to not to rush into a new contract immediately after the previous one. Indeed, it takes a lot of commitment to see it through and finish everything that you define in your handover plan. So it's what I said. You need to closing the cycle. You need to respect the journey that you shared during this all past years with your client. So taking a short break to clear my mind helps me refocus and, you know, just to concentrate myself on how I can elevate my journey. Yeah. So what? Just create a list of action to move forward and go for it. Because it's essential to be proactive, continuously improving my expertise, and my expertise is a key. And, you know, that's why I'm planning to obtain my Adobe certification, because I'm working as a global product owner, but use the tool of Adobe Experience Manager for my clients. And it is a tool, there is like a lot of multinational use this tool. So for me, if I obtain this certification with Adobe, it can be like, not like I have more power, but I can more use these skills to say, yes, I know what I'm talking about, because now I have this certification. Because lifelong learning and curiosity are not just an option, but a necessity to remain relevant in my field. Become a game changer. driving more innovation and growth in order to stay ahead of the curve. It's what is really important.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so cool and so great to hear because a lot of times we think like learning kind of, you're in your early career and that's time for learning. But I love what you're demonstrating is like learning is forever. We're all learning and good for you for carving out that time and getting that certification.
Yep, I really hope.
Great. And so, people who are watching this, they're probably like, I want to connect with her. How do they get in touch with you?
So they can get in touch on LinkedIn, on my LinkedIn profile or on my website. I'm going to launch in a few days. And people can simply reach out for connection or message because I'm the kind of person I love to stay in touch with my network. Sometimes just like to say regarding a new position for anniversary, it's usually a pleasure to have like a casual discussion and just say, yes, what are you doing, etc. So you can find me, as I said, you can find me on LinkedIn, but I'm really easy to find. Just searching for Guéna Cyprien, typing, you can see me in the first page. And add me on LinkedIn. It will be my pleasure to have like a chat.
Awesome. Amazing. So everyone who's watching, if you want to connect with Guéna, do reach out to her. It's been a pleasure, Guéna, talking to you. I always have a lot of fun hearing your story. So thank you so much for your time, for being here, for sharing your story and your wisdom. Just really thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Nirmata. It was a pleasure also for me. Thank you.